How'd you do, I? See you met my faithful handyman. No! Not another one! I'll save you! It's what Batman would do! He's just a little brought down, you see, when you knocked. He thought you were the Candyman.
When I was young, I designed a machine to turn ghosts into paintings, and I traveled the world collecting them. That's horrible.
Okay. A quick shot. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, that came out wrong. You're not helping. You're not helping your case. You're not making this any better. You realize that.
Oh, it was glamorous, I can tell you. The souls of the dearly departed who couldn't rest, and you just went around and you started turning them into paintings. You're a monster. Well, tonight, I'm going to invite the whole town over for your birthday party. Oh, Grandma, no! So I'd better start getting ready, shouldn't I? Where's my guillotine? Because that one door says, no, you need 2 stars to enter. I figured that was the door to the final boss. And apparently no. But then again, that was a week ago. I was very young and naive then. No!
Excuse me. Coming through. Sorry. Couldn't help it. I'm completely incompetent. Damn, I look good running into those heels. Ow!
Thanks to philosophy, all is forgiven.
And welcome, gentle viewers and listeners, to today's stream. I am Coyote de la Mancha, howling at windmills and tilting at moon. Ow. This episode's not-for-profit is the Trevor Project. The Trevor Project seeks to give support to LGBTQIA+ youths who are in need, and especially those who are in a place that is not necessarily a safe place for them to be. So if you or anybody that you know might be able to use their services, link is in the description. And if you're in a position that you might be able to donate a little bit of money for the cause, link for that is also in the description. And remember, you can also donate anonymously if you wish, or you can donate in the name of a friend, which is an ideal gift, or in the name of your favorite bigot. Congratulations, Nana. You contributed $200 to help the LGBT youth of America survive people like you. Happy Thanksgiving! And now, on with our show. The sound of the prospector's pickaxe still ringing in your ears, you carried onwards. I'm so stoic, you guys. Why, Why for, No, the last thing I need you to do is start thinking of new crap to do to me. Okay, I'm gonna change things up a little bit. I feel like Nixon's getting a little stale here. Well, the rank smell of rot and mold permeated the humid air, didn't it, Mummy? Every step forward was answered by some nearby slip or slither. It was probably the Democrats. You tread cautiously into the wetlands. I never tread cautiously into the wetlands. I never go anywhere near the wetlands at all. Do I, Mummy? Okay, old man, I don't think we need to hear any more about your personal life. So here's mystery cards. Or here's a, thing, I guess? Then there'll be backpack, 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 Yay! And we have a map. Okay, I'm gonna check out what the mystery eye is here, and then from there I'm gonna do backpack because I really don't. I'm just not feeling a sacrifice right now. You arrived at the inky black mouth of a cave. Okay. You have to understand, because I am emotionally 12 years old, the dark, suggestive nature of all of this is already starting to get to me. And we just started, you guys. I never do anything but the missionary position. That would be the betrayal of the American way. Strange beast lurked within. Oh God, it's getting worse! Oh God! No, what have I done? It spoke. No, it didn't! Pass one of my trials, and I will be yours. In a raspy voice. Mummy, is that you? Will you be mine? 3 creatures will be drawn from your deck. They will decide your success or your failure. Getting past these cards will take a lot of determination, but I am determined to be a determined president. 3 creatures will be drawn from my deck. They will decide my success or failure. All right. It spoke again. But first, what do you mean but first? You must choose a trial. Ah! I hate trials. But I find that if I just say that I can't recall often enough, I can eventually blame it all on Admiral Poindexter. Hang on, I need to adjust my microphone real quick. All right. You guys still hear me all right? All right. All right, Poindexter, let's do this. Trial of Wisdom. The 3 drawn cards must have at least 3 sigils among them to pass. Yeah, with my luck, I'd get 3 happy squirrels or something. Okay, what else we got? Trial of Blood. The 3 drawn cards must cost at least 4 blood combined to pass. So basically, as long as I don't draw any bones, and I draw anything other than 3 blood, I pass. I don't like the odds of that. What's the third one? The Trial of Health. The 3 drawn cards must have at least 6 health combined in order to pass. That's a lot. Okay, now when it says 3 sigils, that's 3 special abilities. Yeah, odds are not good on that one. 4 blood? I mean, sorry, yeah, 4 blood. I mean, odds of that one aren't necessarily bad, but I have, let's see, I want to say I have somewhere around 3 cards that operate off of bones. So I guess the odds aren't super bad with that one. Or 6 health, which means that I need to draw cards with an average of at least 2 health each. If it's coming from my deck, I mean, most of my cards have at least 2 health. A couple of them have 6. Several of them have 6. There are a few that have 1. I feel like with the setup that my deck has, my odds are pretty good if I go for health. Sigil, I don't think that's likely. So it's health or blood. Blood, the odds aren't bad. But they're not great. Because basically if I draw one card, because I don't think I have any 3 blood cards. So if I draw one card that's 1 blood or one card that's bone, I'm probably hosed. Oh wait, that's only 4 blood. So if I draw at least 2 cards that require 2 blood, I would be in good shape. Odds of that aren't... None of these are a surefire winner. Not with the cards that let me emphasize, the dealer has been deliberately giving me. Okay, so I'm going to go... All right, I keep waffling between 4 blood and 6 heart. I mean, every wolf that I have has 2 heart. Even the stoat has 2 hearts. And of course, my ego card has 6. Alright, I'm gonna go for the hearts. Is he going for it? He's going for it! Let the trial of privatized healthcare begin. Oh my god. Okay, yeah. Alright, there we go. 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. Stoat's like, good luck. And Stinkbug's like, I'll wish you well. Thanks, guys. Holy crap, it's a good thing I didn't go for sigils. Look at this. So, yeah. 2 plus 3 plus 2. Alright, I did it. I passed the frickin' test, you guys. Yay, I passed the test. You have passed the trial. You successfully did not recall. Wait a minute, wait a minute. How often do you commit a federal crime anyway? Well, I don't recall. When was the last time you committed a federal crime? Well, I don't recall. When was the last time that I committed a federal crime? I have a detailed account right here. I see. The beast revealed itself. It's a beast. It's the beast of revelations. Because that is what our social security system is all about. Okay, I think we're getting a little far afield here. The beast of revelations will come in the form of a national identification system. Okay, dude, calm down. Take your meds. The beast was one of these 3 cards. Okay, now that's anticlimactic. All right, so I have a feeling that the card that I choose in this instance, I'm not going to get to choose one of the 3. It's just whichever one I flip over is the one that I keep. So I'm going to pick the middle one. Oh, I was wrong. Oh, there's a coyote that will grow into a more powerful form after 1 turn on the board. And it's a bone card. It requires 4 bones. Okay, well that's handy. And it turns out I do get to choose. Yay! It wasn't a trick question. He's giving me a false sense of security, isn't he? Yeah, I thought so. Oh, a cat with the stinky feature. The creature opposing the card bearing the sigil loses 1 power, but cat still only has 1 heart. Poor cat, and it's a 1 blood card. Okay, what's the third one? A rattler. Row, row, the rattling card is the card down in the valley, oh. Rare card is the rattler card is the card down in the valley, oh. Touch of death. When a card bearing this sigil damages another creature, that creature perishes. Now see, that's interesting because it still has an attack rating of 3. So I guess that's for purposes of going through inanimate objects then? The Rattler requires 6 bones, but I've been getting 6 bones pretty quickly. It only has 1 health, but it will kill anything. Yeah, that could be handy. The Coyote turns into something else after 1 turn. I don't know what it turns into, but that's exciting. Or the cat gives infinite sacrifices. Poor kitty! Poor kitty! And if its opponent only has 1 attack, then it can't take it out because it weakens whatever card is going up against it. These are all actually good cards. Holy crap, you guys. Wow, I'm really impressed. I love the kitty. You know I love the kitty. And of course, how could I not love the Coyote? And I'm intrigued by the idea that the Coyote would then, true to form, turn into something else after 1 turn. And I wonder what. But the Rattler. That cheating son of a gun will throw down like 17 Kodiaks, each one with an attack of 6, 17 hearts and a twist of lemon in the blink of an eye, just as soon as he decides he doesn't like the way the game is going. So, oh, and the 3 is also in case it's attacking his life points directly, of course. Oh, this is a really rough choice, you guys. But I'm... I think I'm leaning towards the Rattler. But I'm curious. I really want to see what the Coyote turns into. And I love the kitty. Oh, God. Why am I given so many difficult choices? It's almost like this is a game or something. Alright, much as I love my namesake, I'm really intrigued by what he could turn into. I'm really being drawn towards the Rattler from a strictly strategic perspective. The only thing that's kind of giving me pause is that I've seen Rattlers before, and I know I'll see one again. A Coyote that turns into something else after a turn, I haven't seen that before. I don't know how rare that might be. And of course, infinite sacrifice. God! Alright, I'm not saying that I'm going to follow your advice. I am really curious about that Coyote, you guys. Oh, geez. I love the kitty, and the Rattler would be storny useful. But the Coyote, I'm like, yeah, but what do you turn into, man? Alright. I'm erring on the side of curiosity. Because curiosity is the perfect cure for boredom, and there is no cure for curiosity. I'm choosing Bone 4 Coyote. The bony Coyote. The Coyote Bone. The uninhabited Coyote joined your menagerie. Uninhabited? No, that Coyote is uninhabited. It has indigenates, you imperialist creep. Alright. Backpack, backpack. Backpack, backpack. Its bleeding yields 3 blood, if you can ignore the bleating. Hive Patula Masagan. Hide. Shubnagurath. Black, go to the woods with 1,000 young. Why do you have 3 uncolored? Oh, I see. So it's worth 3 sacrifice. Interesting. Can you imagine if that got infinite sacrifice in addition to the 3 bleed? Holy crap. I'll bet I'm the first person anywhere ever to think of that. Imagine that. So, yeah. Another fan. Another set of pliers for a tooth. Or a black goat. Dude, I'm so taking the black goat. I'm not sure that's even a real question. Alright. And now, the happy skull. I'll ignore its bleating. So strange. Why can't I remember his name? I believe I lost some of my memory in the Flash. The what? Flash? What Flash? Where Flash? Why Flash? Okay, he's playing bees. Bees. My God. No. No. Not the bees. Not the bees. Now, all you have is flight, right? Airborne. Okay, so it attacks my health directly. But. Okay. So, I don't draw a card on my first turn, if I remember correctly. You do recall. Okay. Ooh, a strange larva. Okay. You know, get your creepy hand off the table. You just be patient a second. Hello, stink bug. A happy squirrel. Okay, well, fortunately for me, I did draw a happy squirrel. So, my thought is... Hey, Mr. Grays, welcome! Gave so many teeth to the dealer I am toothless. I know, right? Alright, so, oh, and he can grab flying things and eat them. The bullfrog is also a temptation. But I really want to find out what the strange larva turns into. Okay, so... Alright. Strange larva. Please turn into a kaiju. Please turn into a kaiju. Please turn into a kaiju. Please, 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 please turn into a kaiju. Okay. Alright, alright. Okay. Alright, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Alright. Okay. Okay. Okay, 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 okay. Okay. Yeah. Strange pupa. Alright, now hang on a second. Oh, okay, I didn't realize it needed to pupate. Okay. Yeah, giving tooth to the weight basically makes a point in my favor as if I had done damage to his life points directly. So, a happy squirrel. I want more cards! Do you understand me? Only one. Yeah, okay. So, how does that work exactly? A card bearing this sigil will block an opposing creature bearing the airborne sigil. Okay. Or I can play Stinky. I need more bones. Okay, well that's fine. I'll play the happy squirrel. Then I kill the happy squirrel. No! Yes. And I'll put the bullfrog there. Now, I can play Stinky here. Oh, and he liked my play. He says, good play. You know what's really great about this game? The cards are so supportive. Yeah, it can change form. Larva's pretty awesome. And it's not in its final form yet. It goes from having like 1 heart. No, it had 3 hearts before. Now it still has 3 hearts, but now it's a strange pupa. I thought it was going to change fairly immediately, however, it did not. So let's see what it ultimately turns into. You know what I'm rooting for? Mothra, yeah, but we'll see. Ooh, Mothman! Oh my god, 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 oh my god! Mothman! Mothman with an attack of 7! Dun dun dun! And the flyover power! Dun 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 dun! Mothman! Mothman! Mothman is Mothicus with the mothing! Fear the Mothman! 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 Okay. I know, right? Power! Unlimited Mothy power! So, yeah, I see no reason to hold on to that black goat indefinitely. Slow down. Yeah, that's what she said, huh? We're not going into that right now, but you need to draw a card. Fine, I'll draw a happy squirrel. Now, hi Shubnagarath. Hi Niktali. Does the dealer have vision loss? Have you seen this guy's eyes? Look at this dude. Dude, what the hell? And this is on a good day. Yeah, streaks each opposing space to the left and right of the space across from it. So the mantis is horrible, but that also means that he won't affect the black goat. The black goat will not be affecting him just yet, but that's okay because the black goat can be sacrificed. Sacrifice. Sacrifice. You just hold still. Your time is done. Okay. I have nothing to work with but my hand. Yeah, I probably could have phrased that better. But anyway, here we go. Wow, okay. Now, why do I need to sacrifice creatures to put down stronger creatures? Because every strong nation is based upon sacrifice. I think it's because the dealer is maybe a little sadistic. I mean, look at this guy. I mean, would you trust him? Like, with anything? Ever? I wouldn't. I mean, look around this place. And this is probably somebody who's been here before. Look at those teeth. Oh, wait a minute. Can I take those teeth? I can take teeth. The world is mine! Here's something to do with the placement of cards. I still suspect that this is a puzzle, and I'm not entirely sure how best to operate that puzzle. If I go ding, I take 3, he takes 2. Or this one, if I go ding, then takes 2. Oh. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, there's simulations of the card game. I'll get to those later. Of course, this is the safe where I got the stink bug. The stink bug likes me. I mean, the stoat is counting on me. But I get the impression that the stink bug actually likes me. Alright, and when I first saw this, I actually did not see that these were numerals here. So... okay, and apparently that is the only page I can access right now. Now the goal is to arrange the creatures and score 5 when you ring the bell. Oh wait, there we go. Yep, there's a bifurcated strike. There's also a trifurcated strike, which I imagine I'm going to see when he does it. Frozen away. Yeah, there's steel trap. And when a card bearing the sigil perishes, the creature opposing it perishes as well, and a pelt is created in your hand. Random sigils? Tidal locks? A card bearing the sigil will pull small creatures like squirrels into its orbit. Omni Strike. There's a lot of... yeah, there's... annoying. So, does the dealer also have an ego card? The creature opposing this card bearing the sigil gains 1 power. So... okay. Focusing. Focusing. I'm focused. I'm totally getting focused, you guys. Alright. Another question mark. This one is a computer terminal, I guess? You encountered a small outpost in the woods, tended by a mysterious woman. It was the trader that the old trapper had mentioned. Her name was Margaret Thatcher, and she wanted something for her troubles. Her appearance was unsettling, as always, but you were mollified by her conservative offerings. Yeah, isn't that always the way? Do you mind if I examine those pelts of yours? Dude, seriously, you don't have to trap somebody in your cabin in the woods to cosplay. I swear you don't. We could leave right now. Just unlock the door. I'll take you to a Comic-Con. Let's start with your hair pelts. Here's what I can offer. I can trade you any of these. Take your time. Woof. Okay. These are some good cards. There's another cat there. You know I love the kitty. The mantis. So the bifurcated attack is mine. Alpha, which is the wolf that really, really wants to be a badass and just doesn't come across that way. Leader. Creatures adjacent to a card bearing this sigil gain 1 power. Oh, interesting. Man, he's only got a health of 2 though, so you know he's gonna get killed off quick. But he could do a lot of damage first. Turkey Vulture is a flyer. 8 bones to summon. Attack 3, hearts 3. No. Kitty is tempting. I do love the kitty. There's the wolf cub. It's into a more powerful form after 1 turn on the board. Sparrow. Will fly over. Another opossum. I could get another wolf. God knows I've got wolves. I like the idea of being able to call forth a sparrow that can fly over enemy forces and do damage. And the sparrow has 2 health. The turkey vulture can do that as well, but only has 3 health. I mean, well, quote unquote only. Or I could get another kitty for infinite sacrifices. Laughinggremlin. It's like, you're all going to die here. Oh, decisions. I keep having to make choices. What is this, a card game or something? Oh my god. Alright, so opossum is basic, tempting. But basic. The wolf is a basic predator. The alpha strengthens everything around him. The manta is bifurcated. The wolf cub is polymorphic, and I find that to be really, really tempting. And the wolf cub turns into a wolf, so if he can just last 1 turn, then you get a 2 blood card for 1 blood, which is nice. The kitty is another infinite sacrifice. Sacrifice. Not now. That only has 1 heart, but is still frickin' amazing. The alpha is conjured forth with 4 bones, strengthens the card around him, and I do need more bone cards. As tempting as the wolf cub and the kitty are, I'm leaning towards the alpha. And I do love the wolf cub. I love the wolf cub. And you know I love the kitty. Nice kitty. Pretty kitty. But I think I'm going to go with the alpha on this one. These pelts are most excellent. My thanks. Yeah, well, we all remember what you did in the crackdown against the punk, so nothing is forgiven. Backpack. Another black goat. Another happy squirrel. Or I can pull more of my own teeth. Yeah, actually, I think I'm going to go for another black goat. Efe Shubnigareth. Alright. I don't remember what that sigil means. It's kind of like Phoenix rising from the flames. It's kind of like a raven sitting on a set of dead antlers. I mean, the skull is pretty obvious. What does the Phoenix one over here mean? I don't remember. It's been a week. Anyone in chat want to fill me in? Help my poor ignorant self. Of course, if I take that, I'm going to have to do a sacrifice later. I'm pretty fond of my cards with their current situation. Well, that's a totem battle. Yeah, screw that. Yeah, totem battle and then a sacrifice required. No, no, thank you. I'll just take a regular battle. Look, there's a third talking card somewhere around here. Personally, I hate the guy. Biggest killjoy ever. But he's the only one of us with a plan to get things back to normal. That wardrobe, he almost put me in there. The top left drawer. But the puzzle was too easy. Too easy? Top left drawer, but the puzzle was too easy. Okay. Okay. Alright, so... There was a normal? Was there a normal ever? And yeah, I am in fact always going to be trying the card because this doofus will change the rules however he wants. So I half expected someone, he'd be like, well, you could have drawn a card on your first turn this time. I just didn't tell you. Ah! So let's, what are you going to be bringing in? More bees! Not the bees! Not the bees! Okay. Play the stoat. I'm going to play the stoat here. Keep me alive. Yeah, that's one of the reasons I put you here, man. I'm going to try. And I believe that is my turn. And he's really into the bee situation now, isn't he? Frickin' hell. Alright, how many... Got one. And both of these are bone cards. If I draw something from the deck, I'm going to have to sacrifice Stoat in order to get it. So, for now, Happy Squirrel. I will go ahead. I will put you... I'm curious as to how he'll react. Put you here, Happy Squirrel. Oh, bloody hell. Okay. Well, Stoat, you're still looking good survival-wise. Okay. I'm liking that. No, I don't like that mantis being there. Frickin' hell. Okay. Bullfrog. All right. Okay, question. Oh. Black goat is creating hand. A black goat is defined as 0 power, 1 health. Okay, so I only get the 3 blood worth if I sacrifice him, not if he just dies. Okay. Alright. Okay, Bullfrog. Yeah, that mantis has to go. Now I have 2 tokens. So I can put a stinky bug. Yeah, you have 2 health. I'm sorry, man. You're going to end up taking one for the team. But it's going to be necessary. So... I'm going to put you here next to your friend. Okay. Now... Black goat's still in its bottle. I've got another black goat on the deck. Anything he plays along this line. All right. Yeah. In retrospect, I'm seeing something that might have been a mistake, but I'm learning. I don't think it's going to cost me anything in this instance. If I put the bullfrog and the stink bug, man, even the stink bug's getting impatient with me. What the heck? If I'd switched these two kids around, I think it might have been more advantageous in the long run. But we will see. Ow. Okay. I know, buddy. It's alright. That stings. I know, but we've got this. I think we've got this. It's gonna be okay. Alright? Gonna be okay. Need you to hold on. Can you do that for me? Can you hold on just a little bit? You strange larva. Good, good. You've drawn a card this turn. We don't want any more of those welfare queens taking all of our squirrels. You're a very strange person. Have I mentioned that? You're just odd. The hive. What the hell? I may lose this one. Oh god. Okay. Alright, I have got to turn this around quick. Alright, what does that do? Gain 1 power. Okay. Alright. Alright. Yeah, this is, he's got so many cards in play right now. He'll take damage from Bullfrog, but he won't take enough. He's gonna do me 1 damage there. Bullfrog cannot save me. What the heck does that do? Once a card bearing the sigil is struck, a bee is created in your hand. Okay, that's an interesting choice. The bee can be placed without sacrifice. So if I can just last through this coming turn, which I don't know that I'll be able to do. Let's see. Yeah, I am way behind on that. Alright, let's see. Well, Strange Larva doesn't have any attacks, and I need something there that attacks. Stink Bug will also act to continue to weaken whatever comes to attack that. Stoat can take out the Bullfrog, but that's not going to do him any damage. Bullfrog will net me a bee in my hand for next turn, but that's not going to do any good if I die. Okay. One thing at a time. First, you need to draw a card. I play Strange Larva. That will eventually net me good. Have no bones with which to play any of those things. Alright. Happy squirrel it is. Okay. So. Alright. Ouch. Buy myself a little bit of time there. Down the happy squirrel. Sacrifice happy squirrel. Play the strange larva. Love the strange larva. Which also gives me 1 bone. Free to go before I can play alpha. Now is not the time yet to break out a black goat. Alright. Let's see what we got here. If I can just get Mothman into the field, I'll be in good shape. Just have to last that long. Crap! Okay, that's right, because they fly over. Doink. But this kid didn't do any damage, because he's weakened by stink bug, and he's about to die. There's nothing behind him. This bee is about to die from the stoat. Behind him is a worker ant. What does that sigil do? The value represented with this sigil will be equal to the number of ants that the owner has on their side of the table. Oh, goody. I don't... Okay, on their side of the table. So it has to be worker ants that are already in play. But it can be on his side of the table anywhere. Well, that's just jolly. Okay. Alright. Alright. Okay. I need... I need something that I can sacrifice. Awesome. Ironically, is not what I was wanting. I cannot discard unless... Okay, wait. If I bring the black goat into play... but he's not going to be able to damage anything. But I can sacrifice. That's not gonna work for me. Alright. Kills B. Kills B. Gets me another B. Does no damage and I lose 1. I want that larva out there, but I can't rush it, unfortunately. Alright, I think I'm doing as much as I can here, but he just brought out a whole swarm of bees just because it's like, oh, then these will bypass all your defenses. Great. Yeah, maybe the fan. Creatures will attack as though they have the airborne sigil this turn. Yeah. Much as I want to get rid of those, much as I want to get rid of those bees, I've got to balance that scale out. Okay. Yeah, I was hoping to use the Mothman with the fan, but honestly, I don't think I'd have lasted long enough. Laughinggremlin says, you just need to flip the table, grab your opponent by the head, and slam it into the floor. Don't think I haven't tried. Every time I'm sitting here doing this. That's what I'm trying to do, man. Okay. Bullfrog will take out the beehive, net me another bee. Stinkbug will take out that bee. Stoat will take out that bee. Mothman will take out that bee. And then we're cooking with gas. I think. All right. Hey, coyote for 4 bones. All right, so and I've got a bee that I can play with no sacrifice if need, you know, be. Yeah, Gremlin has the real strats. Agreed. All right, here we go then. If only Mothman, when it killed the bee, would also give all of the extra damage to him, but I'm pretty sure it won't do that. Oh, maybe it does. Holy crap, Mothman is flying? Mothman is flying. I looked for the flying sigil on Mothman. The Mothman sigil on flying. Derp. I looked for the flying sigil on Mothman. I did not see it. Maybe that's just me. Okay. Bloody cards. Here we go. Yeah, Mothman to the rescue. Yeah, it doesn't have the sigil, but it is flying. Okay, not just me then. Okay. Yeah, Mothman is kind of my... he's my Egyptian moth card, you know? When Pegasus over there decides that he's gonna, you know, to just decide, oh, and by the way, I've changed the rules again, Yugi boy, then Mothman to the rescue. So, all right, let's see here. I don't remember what the True Blood thing does here. Okay. Help me remember what this choice signifies. 1 blood, 2 blood, 3 blood. The card that I choose, what does that indicate? Well, I don't recall. I wasn't asking you! Oi! Okay, so there was a Republican who went deep in the South to give his platform. Is this diatribe really necessary? And he talked to some people. They were really excited to be able to hear him speak. They said, well, I've never heard a Republican speak before. And he said, well, I've never given a speech this far down south before, so this should be fun. Why are we... Wouldn't this make more sense if you were a Democrat? So he looked around in front of the gathering crowd, and all he found was what, let's say we'll call it a pile of natural fertilizer. Is this really a... Did you really start a speech this way? Yes, I did. And so he climbed onto the pile of natural fertilizer, let's say, and he gave his speech. And afterwards, amidst all the applause, one of the old farmers came up and said, that was really interesting, and I've never heard a Republican give a speech before. And he said, well, that's fine. I've never given a speech from a Democrat platform before. That would have made more sense if it was a Democrat giving the speech. You just took that and filed the serial numbers off. Who starts a speech that way? What president starts a speech that way? I just sat down. What is wrong with you? Seriously though, you guys, what do the cards mean here? I have no idea. 1 blood, 2 blood, 3 blood. Is that a blood that I lose? A blood card that I gain? A blood card that I need to try to draw? I have no idea what that means. Decide what cost I want. Cost of what? Cost of a card that I get? Is that a cost that I assign a card? Of the creature he offers. Okay, all right, cool. Thank you, Sai. All right, so I'm really not in a position that I feel that I can do 3 blood sacrifices yet. I don't know though. I mean, the thing is, at this stage of the game, it would be a very specialized scenario. I would have to be specifically in the situation that I was towards the end of the last battle, where I'm like, okay, all my slots are full. If only I could, like, sacrifice 3 of them all at once. I don't know that that's going to happen very often. I think I'm going to go for another 1 blood creature for now. And then I will... I think at that point I'll have the versatility necessary. I can start looking at 3 blood cards. Casey. Casey? Hi, Casey. You were a previous contestant in our little game, weren't you? And now you're just a card. Yugi, help me! This isn't creepy at all. Please, Yugi, I'm your grandpa. Not now, old man. This is creepy. I'm just trying to absorb the, please help me, horror of this situation. Just, wow. Okay, so, all right. Quick, give Casey a bat. Just as long as he doesn't strike out again. So, backpack or campfire. But don't give a train. Oh, God, no. Oh, man. No, I remember that whole thing with the 30-foot ditch. We're not going there. Thank you, Laughinggremlin, but we're not going there. Thank you, no. I'm trying to keep it light, you know, and then you're all like, get into a bunch of Lou Gossett Jr., you know, no, we're not doing that. God. Ah! It's in my head now. I can't unsee it. Ah! Okay, focusing. Focusing. I'm totally folked, you guys. I'm totally folked. I'm doing it. I'm making it happen. Okay. I do the campfire, a card might get stronger or might get et. I do the backpack, I'm dealing with a trader. Okay. High stakes game, going for the campfire. Laughinggremlin's all like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I was talking about the Grateful Dead song. Yeah, you're not fooling anybody. Trying to pretend you're some kind of saint. The light behind the head don't fool me, man. The warm light of the campfire was a welcome sight, though the 10 hungry eyes around it dampened the greeting. Those are kind of cool figures, though. I mean, this guy put a lot of work into this. How many years did he put into putting all this together? Creating this system? By the way, if you like what I'm doing, please give the video a like. Consider subscribing if you'd like to see more. It really helps the channel. Laughinggremlin says, I ain't no saint. I got kicked out of that gang. But seriously, no idea what you're talking about. +2 heart. Yeah, well, see, the thing is, I can try to buff the larva. But, like so many other things in card games, it's a gamble. This is a system, and the system is breaking down, but it's still on his side. There is some uncontrolled information in the system. It's taking the form of some of the messages and stuff that previous players have left behind. The stoat, the stink pug, that third talking card. I guess the others have been cards for so long that they're kind of like that, the god of Aztec Swole from JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. In time, he stopped thinking. Arm a creature by the fire, enhanced its health, said one. Maybe. Yeah, see, the thing is, I'm trying to accelerate the let's say, damaged information within his system sufficiently to cause what is referred to in systems analysis as a natural accident, which will then gain me my freedom when the system breaks down. That's basically what this card game is. You're trying to utilize information that the dealer does not have full access to and amplify it through the system until it causes a natural accident. Every system is susceptible to this phenomenon, especially when it's complicated as this one. It's just a matter of making it happen. Alright, I'm going to go for it. Stower's like, pick something else. I can go for the strange larva. Now, Stinkbug is like, do what you must. The thing is, I've already buffed a creature once. So, my suspicion is that if I try to buff again, there's a risk. Bifurcated Strike. And Sharp Quills. Casey has sharp quills. Holy crap, y'all. Yeah. Izzy the Fool says it's risky in theory once per campfire. He thinks it's only risky once you're allowed to buff multiple times at the same fire. I don't know, man. That's Stoat. The Stoat's pretty sure that this is a risk. But I'm going to take your word on it. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can buff up Mothra. Yeah. The survivors were right about the flames. Flames of war are a terrible, terrible thing. I've been an actor pretending to be at war before, so I know what I'm talking about. They had in fact enhanced the creature's health. Spotting a few of the survivors drooling, you made a hasty retreat with your strange larva. Nice. Okay. Once per campfire. Alright, cool. Now a new fight. Alright, I've got the Bone Coyote, and I've got the Blood Coyote, c'est moi. A Happy Squirrel. I'm starting out with the strange larva, you guys. How cool is that? He's immediately putting out 2 Kingfishers and a Coyote. Now the Kingfisher has both a flying ability and the ability to go underwater, it looks like. Yeah, submerges itself during its opponent's turn. While submerged, opposing creatures attack its owner directly. Okay, I'm not sure where that would come into play, but that's interesting. All right, then. Intriguing. Waterborne means it can hide and avoid your attacks. Ah, but while it's hiding, I can ignore it. Okay. Alright, well, since the strange larva can't attack anyway, I'm going to go ahead and start out putting it there where there's nothing opposing it. Hello, strange larva. You're so cute. I love my strange larva. I'm thinking I may break out the black goat from its bottle this turn, but I'm not there yet. It still requires a sacrifice to put into play. But if need be, I can put it out there and then immediately sacrifice, bring my ego card into the situation. And then at that point, I've kind of got this by the balls. So we will see what happens. Can I draw a card? I'm not going to allow it. All right. Ouch. Holy crap. Okay, that was fast and devastating. So, yeah. Okay. Okay, I believe you. That was a lot. I can't even tell how close I am to losing, just that I am a lot close to losing. Like, I took 4 hits, and that's got my end of the scale almost buried already. So, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Goddamn. So, yeah. And Izzy the Fool just pointed out the strategy that I was looking at, actually, which is 5 hits is loss. Okay, well, 5 is a very traditional number, so that makes sense. Bring in the happy squirrel. Okay. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna go over here, because if I have the opportunity to play an alpha here, then that would just be fan-frickin-tastic. So, all right, squirrel, the happy squirrel, yay! And she sees this kid traveling with this old man in blue robes, pickle, and then it happens. Oh shit, I did that totally wrong. Damn. Okay. I think I just lost this. Yeah, even if I had put the coyote here, these two would have come up and nailed me. Coyote's about to do me damage there. Damn it, I have 3 tokens. I was hoping that sacrificing the black goat might give me an extra death token, but it did not. Yeah. I have no plays left, because the coyote goes off of bone, not sacrifice. But even if I had put coyote here blocking his coyote, it would have blocked his coyote's attack, but then these two would have come up from the water and given me 2 more hits, and that still would have been game. I had no effective moves. I went down swinging at least, you know? So that's something. You've already drawn a card this turn. No cheating. Yeah. For me.
I only had one more little bone. Yeah, seriously, I've got the 2 candles running. That's my only saving grace in this situation. If I had drawn anything that had a blood sacrifice instead of the coyote, I could play it opposite his coyote and I'd be in good shape. Tragically, I did not. So, alright. Deep, soulful sigh. Here we go. Eh. Oh my god. Well, since you're getting the hang of the game, I've decided to play almost exclusively cards that bypass all the defenses I've given you. How disappointing. Nah, you just wanted to say that. Alright. Cardy time. Curvet mantis. It's prying claws. Strike, both to the left and right. Ah, the elusive otter. It submerges itself during my turn. Oh, okay, so it's an automatic thing. Alright. So basically it can't be attacked, but also can't protect me. Yeah, because I don't have a fistful of bees. That's not as useful to me as you might think. What's the third one? Reginald. Reginald? How long have you been doing this? Look at that picture. This dude is just like, I don't understand what's happening. It's just, holy crap. Seriously, look at that. Look at this. These are, apparently this is my whole deck here. This is everybody. This is everybody. And Reginald is there. I mean, he is the bane of the deck. He's Bane. He's just like, I don't understand what's happening. So, yeah, that's the insta-kill, right? Yeah, that's the insta-kill. Not against him, but against any creature. So yeah, Reginald, welcome to the deck. You're part of the cool club now. I'm not looking to sacrifice anybody. Campfire it is. Warm a creature by the fire. Enhance its health, said a hungry survivor. Okay. I distrust this. And Stotus just stop this. Stinky is like, seriously, the talking cards are getting really nervous about this. So, alright, here's what I'm gonna do. I don't know if this is the game trying to tell me something or just fake me out, because this is a very fake you out kind of game in certain ways. But, card that I have been drawing the least, and seems to be one of the more common ones, is Wolf. So that's the one that I'm going to risk. Let's find out. Okay, 6 it is. The fire warmed the weary wolf and enhanced its health. You suspected the intentions of the survivors were less than pure. With your wolf in tow, you retreated into the woods. Okay.
And I came out of it with a wolf with a health of 6. Still not complaining. Doesn't really matter what this is, because I have no choice if I want to continue. What do we... Ah! A foul smell invaded your nostrils. Oh, babe, that's been the case for a while now. And caused your throat to seize. To seize your throat? Please? A hulking man sat by a brackish pond, with his feet submerged in the water. Well, Dr. Banner, I presume. He pulled a hook from a pile of rotting fish and rose to his feet. Okay. Didn't I hear this story back in Boy Scouts? I am the angler. So you're always looking for an angle? Like in Guys and Dolls? No, go fish. The angler, mind his hook. Play a squirrel or something when he aims it. That will protect your best cards. What? Oh, he steals cards. I see. Holy crap. Alright. Hang on just a second. I need to adjust something really quick. Okay. Okay. And of course he's playing a kingfisher. So, all right. The angler, sometimes called the onceler. Yeah, I know, right? All right, so apparently when he decides he's going to do a thing, I need to play a squirrel. The problem is, I have to put cards on the board that are worth something, or else I'm just going to get creamed. So, alright. Okay. I can open up with a strange larva. Sneaking a peek while at work. Yay, ADFE! Good luck, Coyote. Thank you, I think I'm gonna need it. So there's a strategy playing the squirrel to block the angler stealing my cards. But I don't know exactly what it is. So I'm just gonna need to move forward and find out, apparently through pain, since right now I basically only have, well, okay. When he plays, when he makes his move, I need to play a squirrel. So, hopefully that means that his first move of the entire game is not going to be to immediately just steal every card that I put on the deck, because if that's the case, then everything is terrible and nothing means anything. Thank you, Stinky, for giving advice that was almost helpful. Alright, I'm gonna have to risk it. I cannot do him any damage yet. Now, the problem with the bone cards, they can be devastating under the right circumstances later in game, but you basically can't play them in early game. So, okay. Can I draw a card on the first turn this time? No, you can draw next time. For now, just make do. Yeah, you've been telling people to just make do for a while, haven't you? Okay, fine. Ouch. Which fish are choose? Okay. So, yeah, I did turn it down actually quite a bit. Let me turn it down some more. Oh, you didn't mean on the TV. You meant, okay. If you mean turn down the volume on the stream, I do not know how to do that in the game settings. Okay. All right. All right. Game settings. Okay. Options. Version sound. Music volume. All right. There we go. Put it down to about half. All right. How's that work? That working for you okay? I prefer it to be more ambient, personally. Alright, so I need to play a squirrel to keep him from stealing my pupa, but I get warning that that's what he's planning to do. Okay, and again, this means that using the bone cards is going to be very useful once things get going. But in the meantime, happy squirrel. Take that instead. Fresh your fish. Easy choose. Okay, now if he angles it, do I get a bone? Because if he does, that gives me a shot. You can only draw a new card once per turn. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, I don't have any other actions that I can take at this time. So I won't be doing him any damage, but if his angling the squirrel implies that he's eating it, and therefore the card dies, then that means that I can play Stinky next round. And at that point I can start trying to turn things to my favor. Oh. Oh no, that's not what it means. Okay. Well, bother. Fine now. Go fish. Okay, well there's Mothman. Mothman just changed things to the better a great deal. Okay, once again, give you something to focus on besides my Mothman. Okay, now I see the sigil. I didn't before. There's the happy squirrel, opposite my newly unhappy squirrel. Stinky, there's Reginald. I am so glad that I drew the strange larva just at the start of my hand, otherwise this whole situation would be much harder. Yeah, Izzy the Fool's like, the sigil failed to render last time. Bizarre. Yeah, I know. It's this strange glitch. You have never seen it before. You'd be amazed how often I hear that. Alright, are we ready for this? Because I think this should be it. Ouch. Stale fish. Hard chews. Oh, so the squirrel is stale now. Frickin' hell, man. Okay, I have to put something down. Again, my concern is that since he determines that they're both stale, he might go for either one. So... Oh no, but he is going for the squirrel after all. Okay. Okay, good. At this point, Reginald, Stinkbug, Reginald, Stinkbug. Akane with a pigtailed girl. Akane with a pigtailed girl. Alright. Time to draw another happy squirrel. Sorry, happy squirrel. Plant you here opposite the bullfrog. New fish. Easy choose. Okay, now this is going to be interesting. So what happens when he pulls the happy squirrel? Does it take the place of his bullfrog? We wonder. Let's find out. Fish. Interesting. Oh, and he just throws a bunch of new cards right up there at the start, huh? All right. Bait bucket. Okay. Well, so that's just an obstacle, right? I think. Okay. Yeah, I had access to Mothman in the first hand, and it is difficult to counteract that. And basically I have a phalanx of happy squirrels, and then I have my kaiju leading the way. I mean, okay, that is the movie we need to see. It's like Mothra leading the way through Tokyo, while this swarm of millions and millions of squirrels just swarms over Tokyo, consuming everything in their path. I want that script on my desk by Monday. Oh my God, that's amazing. I want to see that. Well, anyway, don't worry, Reggie. Your day will come. He seems pissed. Let me relight your candles. I need to illuminate you for what's about to happen. Oh, I got a candle back. Cool. Hey, this is great. I'm doing well now. This is awesome. Very well. Oh, fuck. You may choose a rare card. He didn't get to choose it. He didn't get to do his round 2 gimmick. Dare I ask what his round 2 gimmick is? The pack rat. The prudent pack rat. Never doubt the utility of a well-stocked pack. Okay, all right, there. The uninspiring Gek. Perhaps you can find a use for it. Okay, so it requires no sacrifice to put down. No special powers, but it actually can attack, and it has 1 health. So that's pretty cool. When the buckets are destroyed, great white sharks take their place. Oh my god, that's horrible. Or the horrible Uraeuli thing again. Sacrifice of 4 blood, but 7 attack and 7 hearts. Yeah, the Gek seems pretty solid. I'm tempted with the Gek, frankly, just because it's more versatile. The pack rat requires a sacrifice of 2, and that's something that has been slowing me down with the current interaction between structure of the game and structure of my deck. What does the pack do? When a card bearing the sigil is played, you will receive a random item as long as your pack is not full. Okay, I can see where that's very interesting and very useful, but that's something that would be most useful to me if either I had a smaller deck and therefore was more likely to draw it in any given hand, or paradoxically, if I had a larger and more versatile hand such that I could be more guaranteed to be able to sacrifice 2 at any given point in time. So we're going for Gek. Sometimes basic is best. You considered one of the angler's catches as a meal. No, I didn't. But the rank odor deterred you. Holy crap, dude! Dinner would have to wait. Since I seem to be the main course, yeah, I think so. Let me see. Well, can we just blame somebody else? The person you really need to hear from is a man named North. A frigid gust of wind billowed, unwelcomed, into your lungs. The beauty of the falling snow failed to distract you from the chill in your bones. You had ascended to the snow line. Okay. Fortunately, you had North to guide you. Wait, no monkey business here. Wait a minute, the only question was whether he was true or just magnetic. Okay, we need to stop. Yeah, okay, correct me if I am mistaken, but I believe I'm adding a new card to my deck. Is that right? Trail of Blood. Oh no, that's right, this is a test. The 3 drawn cards must cost at least 4 blood combined to pass. Okay, that could be better. The Trial of Wisdom. The 3 drawn cards must have at least 3 sigils among them to pass. Yeah, that's really for more advanced decks than I have. The Trial of Bones. The 3 drawn cards must cost at least 5 bones combined to pass. Okay, the way that my deck is set up at the moment, I'm not liking any of these. 4 blood is still probably my best option, because I don't have a whole lot of cards that require like 2 bones, 5 bones. I do have some bone cards. Let's see now. Most of my cards are still blood sacrifices. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, half of them at this stage are blood sacrifice cards. Less than half of them are bone sacrifice. Those that are bone sacrifice require lots of bones. I need at least, what was it, 4 blood? 2, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1. 2, 3. If I draw 2 blood cards with 2s, or any combination of 4 blood, then I pass the blood. Yeah, just about any combination of bones will get me to 5 bones. But I have much better odds of drawing blood cards than bone cards. And then there's poor little Gek. Poor Gek. He's watching all the cool kids play on the playground, wishing he could get a turn on the swings. So, alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 out of 14 bone cards. I have 7 out of 14 blood cards. By my count. The math's not mathing in my head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 bone cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not liking this. I mean, obviously, the thing with the sigils, I have to draw all 3 of them bearing sigils. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9 out of 14 are sigils. Technically, actually looking at it, how many sigils do I need total? 3 sigils. My best bet may be sigils, actually, this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9 of them are sigil bearers, and one of those has 2 sigils. Sigil, mathematically, is the most likely play. I'm doing sigils. Fingers crossed. Let the trial of wisdom begin. 1. Oh, dang it. Yeah, I would have made it if I'd gone for bones. But sigil was the best play. It just didn't work. Okay, well, I lost this challenge. Let us take a moment to reflect, silence, upon the ways of the card and life. Silence. Now let us find out what the penalty is for not having made the challenge. The creature whispered as it faded into the blackness. Oh, okay, I just didn't get anything. Okay, that's fine. I was expecting this guy to be like, and now your most powerful card is mine, because reasons. Want to make a card more powerful, or do I want a tool? But the advantage of a tool is that you don't have to draw it randomly, of course. You can pull it out any time, but you can only use it once. At least I think that's what the backpack represents. The fireplace, on the other hand, I should be able to strengthen a card's health. In theory. Hopefully without losing it. So that's a tricky one because the way he's been playing lately, the strength of my cards, ironically, hasn't mattered that much as far as health goes. Most of the time he's been just like, oh, okay, well, you've got a good defense, so I'll just play nothing but cards that can bypass it. Okay. So... Oh, and if I visit the backpack when I'm full on items, I get something special as compensation. Well, that's nice. But I'm a long way from being full on items. All right. Campfire is calling to me. Strategically, the backpack is probably the more prudent play, but the campfire is calling to my heart on an emotional level, so I'm going to go with campfire. And I'll probably go for backpack next time I get the chance. Oh, this time it's +1 attack. Oh, interesting. The crackling fire lit the starving faces of a group of survivors. We have not food, one said, but perhaps one of your creatures will join us. Enhance its power, said another. But in actuality, the last thing that we need is to give anyone something for nothing. Remember the 9 most feared words in the English language. I'm from the government, and I'm here to help. So, there's a variety of possibilities here that are very tempting. Casey's frickin' volunteering. He's like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, I really want to do this. By all sense and logic, I should be able to give the strange larva an attack, yes. Casey really wants to be able to get an extra attack point combined with his prickliness and being able to go both ways. You may take that as you will. Stinky could use an extra attack. I think I'm going to err on the side of turning nothing into something, though. Yeah, bifurcated attack of 2 would be 4 damage spread on 2 spots. Strange Larva. The fact that Strange Larva could not do any attack and I just had to wait, that has been a difficulty that I have faced in the past, though, when using it. So, I'm thinking an attackable strange larva is really what I'm needing right now. And so, trusting that it'll be fine as long as I don't get greedy. Here we go. Ready? Ready? Remember, it's supposed to only take it away if I get greedy. Y'all ready? I'm white-knuckling it here. Alright, here we go. The survivors were right about the flames. They had enhanced the creature's power. Spotting a few of the survivors drooling, you made a hasty retreat with your strange larva. Yes! Okay! Okay. We're good. We're good? Are we good? We're good? Are we happy? Okay. Alright. Next duel. Here we go. Oh, now look at this. All right, ooh, dude, yeah, I can just... Okay, this is a very strong starting hand. What's he starting with? An elk fawn, which will turn into a full-blown elk shortly and will run around in the meantime. And a rabbit, which is kind of like a squirrel, only it's not as happy. Yeah. Gek is cool, but Gek is also going to be disappointed because I think that Gek is... I think that Gek is about to be sacrificed. So... Alright, let's see here. Rabbit. What does Rabbit do? It looks like it doesn't do anything but sit there. But he doesn't need sacrifices. So it's obviously going to serve some purpose. Something's going to eat the rabbit. I'll bet. Also, when it dies, I get a pelt. Okay. Alright. Enhancing my focus, John Spartan. I'm trying to make sure that I don't make a silly mistake because of a lack of concentration and mess this up. So, okay. So that there, that, yeah, okay. So, Jack, you go there. The happy squirrel, you go there. Now. My namesake. I love how the would-be sacrifices are trembling. Yeah, that's not unfortunate at all. So I play my Coyote card. I'm going to play my Coyote card here because he's got 6 health. And so if the rabbit turns into something horrific, then he can also act as a shield. As he also will return to my hand to be played later. And then I play the Stoat. Yeah, Stoat, I'm sure. Trust me, bro, you'll be fine. Okay. And that should get rid of both of his critters here and set me up for a relatively good run, especially since I'm also starting out with 2 death tokens. Sorry, bones. They're bones. They're not death tokens, they're bones. They're death tokens. Ouch. Oh, that's right. I forgot I can't attack them when they're up there. I should have put him here. Oh well. Yeah, it'll be fine. Because I can put the wolf cub there. Hello, wolf cub. Okay. Here we go. All right, now we're cooking with gas. Ouch. Sorry, Stoat, but I mean, you'll be back. And Casey's up to bat. Oh, nice. Yeah, okay. So, okay. Correct me if I am wrong in my interpretation, but with a bifurcated attack, if the card is on an end here, since there's no side over here, that means that it's only affecting things once. It doesn't bifurcate here, and then because there's nothing over here, the other direction by default goes straight. Is that correct? Because I could see it going either way. I'm trying to think of how this fiendish dude would do it. The next round. Oh, another elk. Well, yeah. Next round. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So, all right, Casey. You're going there, pal. You understand? You only get one. Fine, whatever. All right. Luck was distinctly with me on this deal. Nice. Okay. And, all right, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do this intersection here, and then I think we're going to go ahead and call it a stream for today. So let's see what this yields us. Probably some more exploring around the cabin next week. There are things I want to fiddle with that puzzle over there and see what that yields. A nascent fawn. It quickly grows into an elk. Fine, I guess. The pernicious vulture, a tyrant of the skies. 8 bones. 8 bones, you guys. 8 bones, holy smokes. A nascent raven. It is no less conniving in its incubation. So, all right. I like all of these, actually. The only reason I'm hesitant on the turkey vulture is just because I don't find myself with 8 bones very often. Usually, if the game lasts long enough for me to get 8 bones, it's because I'm on the back foot trying to survive. And that doesn't necessarily mean I've got a lot of bones to even play this guy. The elk fawn is tempting. And the fact that it moves around is intriguing. You know, the elk is a useful card. The raven egg. The egg, though. I'm really tempted by that egg. He can't attack while he is evolving. But a raven could be really cool. But I already have Mothra. I can already stomp my way through Tokyo. What does a raven do? Can I look that up? Apparently not. Okay. So, I don't know what a raven does as an adult. I think it'd be really cool if it, like, stole something from the enemy side. That would be a logical thing for it to do. But I could also see the game just being like, nah, it's just a bird. So, if the raven can steal things, I want the raven. Otherwise, at this stage, it's just a poor person's version of Mothra, and I'll go for the elk fawn. Is he the fool? Do you have any insight that you would like to give on this before I make my choice? As I'm leaning towards elk fawn, because I really doubt that this dude would give the raven something as cool as being able to steal something from the other side. For all that that would make sense. Looking at my cards here, Wolf Cub is good. My wolf is a frickin' tank. Opossum is still lovable and deadly. Stoat is still bitter, sarcastic, and burnt out. I haven't been able to see what the bone coyote turns into. So, yeah, and of course, there's Gak. Good old Gak. Faithful lizard. Alright, I'm getting the elk fawn. And on this note, gentle viewers and listeners, we're going to go ahead and call it a stream for today. We will pick up next time and see what can be seen with me playing these new cards. Looks like I've got a choice between a campfire, a backpack, and whatever the heck that is. So, looks like we will be finding out next time. But before we go, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all of my supporters, present and future, with special thanks to Cryptid Rhea, Guinevere, and ADFE. And most of all, extra special thanks to my personal savior, Laughinggremlin. This channel could not be what it is without your support. Thank you. And if you would like to support what we do, please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/Coyote de la Mancha. When you do, please let me know via email or patron message if there's a particular color in which you'd like to have your name displayed. Alternatively, you can give a one-time gift at kofi.com/Coyote de la Mancha. And finally, to all of you who have been circulating the links, to all of you who have been offering their support, all of you who have been suggesting us to your friends, who have been being subscribers, who have been giving likes, those who labor, those who sing, here, there, near, far, you and all other gentle viewers and listeners, thank you. I cannot tell you enough how much I appreciate you being there, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to try. So, until next time, never eat at a place called Mom's, never play cards against a guy named Pops, and never, ever trust an honest man. And I will see you, gentle viewers and listeners, sometime again.